Well, hello again, and welcome back to the Captain Boat Builder YouTube channel. Again, we're concentrating on the Sassafras 12. This is the boat that I have decided to build. The kit was supplied by Chesapeake Lightcraft. Again, this is the line drawing, which I have on the wall of my basement to provide me with inspiration. I want to show you today what the kit looks like and what you can expect from Chesapeake Lightcraft if you decide to order this kit. I'm slowly panning around in my basement, and now you're looking at the main part of the kit. This is the large cardboard box that they use for sending it. It's been opened. You can clearly see all of the planks that will be glued together to form the planking for the ship. Small ship, I would have to say. The darker wood in the center, those are the gunnels and the inwales. You can see the foam for the seat in the boat. And if you look carefully, I think the video will pick up the quality of the wood. I'm going to look at this very carefully. This wood is a type of African wood that has sort of become the standard in plywood for small boats. This is what they call ekume. You can look it up online. I'm not quite sure of the correct pronunciation. I think that's right, ekume. This wood is exceptionally good for building kit sailboats, kayaks, all kinds of small boats. It's also used extensively in furniture building because, as you can see, and I'll give you another shot here, as you can see, the grain on the wood is exceptionally clear. The wood is very smooth. It's also unusually light. I looked it up online. This wood is approximately half the weight per cubic foot of what you might be familiar with at Home Depot, the generic plywood that's made out of Douglas fir. So it's about half the weight. It's also quite flexible. It's easy to bend, it's easy to form, which is important when you're making small boats where you don't have a lot of straight lines. One word of caution with this type of plywood is that it's not rot resistant, it's not water resistant, and as a result you have to be very careful that it's completely sealed everywhere, inside and out, either with epoxy or varnish or both. But this is what the Okumi plywood looks like. Also wanted to show you a little bit of the detail of these puzzle joints. Here's a good shot of one of the puzzle joints. These are the joints that we will be gluing together so that these 6-foot planks become 12-foot planks. Walking down to the other end of this box, you can see here the very detailed instruction manual that you'll receive from Chesapeake Lightcraft. I've probably read this thing 3 or 4 times and highlighted it, trying to read in advance and see what kinds of problems I might be getting myself into. The other part of the kit that comes in a separate box, you can see the container there. This is the epoxy resin and hardener that comes from Moss Industries. Between the resin itself and the hardener, you're going to get 1.5 gallons of this stuff. You also get a container of wood flour and also cellophil. These are additives that you add to the epoxy in certain applications to either make it thicker or more easier to use. Nice thing about the containers from Moss Industries is that the little pumps that you can see on the top of the containers are metered. So 1 stroke from each gives you the correct mixture, which is 2 to 1. So 1 stroke out of the blue one, which is the resin, is twice as much as 1 stroke out of the red one, which is the hardener, and that gives you the the correct ratio. Now you can see over here, these are some things that I've ordered from Chesapeake Lightcraft, some extra pieces. These wooden shapes that you see in front of you are actually tools designed for spreading the thickened epoxy resin. The yellow plastic pieces are spreaders that you use with the resin when you're applying the fiberglass. The rolled up plastic bags that you see there, I also ordered from the company, and they are used when you're applying the resin. You fill up the bag with the resin, cut a little hole in the end, and squeeze it out like you're decorating a cake. So these are a few things that I've ordered extra. I want to show you some other things that I have that I've ordered extra, and I'm not quite sure how many of them I'm going to need. Right here you can see that I have ordered from Chesapeake Lightcraft their 8-inch rollers, which I was pretty easily able to cut them in half into the 4-inch size to use with a 4-inch roller. That's plenty big enough for applying resin and varnish. The reason you use these high density extra thin rollers is to be able to apply the varnish and the resin in a very thin manner. It helps spread it out, it eliminates runs, and to a certain extent, the thinner the better. These are extra throwaway brushes that they refer to as chip brushes. This is when you're going to apply the epoxy in thicker amounts. I also ordered a bunch of foam brushes. These are used with the varnish and the paint for application and spreading it out as thin as possible. They can also be used with the resin. So these are some of the things that I've ordered in addition. I also ordered, you can see over here, I ordered clamps. These are 2-inch clamps. I ordered these from Amazon. There are many suppliers. I chose to get the metal ones rather than the plastic ones. They seem to be more substantial. And if you order clamps, just be sure you get the ones where the jaws open at least 2 inches. So I hope that this gives you a good idea of what's in the kit, what you can expect if you order a kit from Chesapeake Lightcraft. If you ordered a kit for a different boat, it would be similar. The parts would just be for whatever boat you ordered. But as you can see, they've had a lot of experience with this, and they've done a great job of making it as easy and as straightforward as possible. So again, I hope that you've enjoyed this little video. Not too long, but this is what you can expect when you order one of these kits from Chesapeake Lightcraft. So once again, thanks for watching, and this is Captain Boat Builder signing off, saying happy boat building. See you next time.